My screen is visible, right? All of you.
Yes.
Okay. So as discussed, we can go with the Ansible today. Okay. So anyone worked before Ansible? Any idea?
Configuration manager.
Right. We use the Ansible for doing the configuration management, right? Okay. We can start with the core basics. Okay. Ansible is a infrastructure as a code tool. Okay. It's IAC tool, similar like Terraform. And this is also open source, a open source tool. And we use the Ansible to do configuration management. What is configuration management? Anyone can? No idea, right? Configuration management. Okay, second, application deployment. Then task automation. The similar thing we can do with the Ansible. Ansible written with the Python, okay? It's Python. And we have to write YAML files for deploying or configuring something. If we work with Ansible, then we need to write YAML file. YAML file. YAML file is creating for Ansible playbooks. Okay, I will explain what is playbook and everything. Playbooks. So what is configuration management first? We need to solve that thing. Any idea? No idea, right? All of you.
No idea.
Okay. Configuration management. Okay. Configuration management. Configuration management. Configuration management, we can call it as it's a process. Okay, like that it's a process of automatically managing and maintaining system settings, software across servers. So, for example, we have one server here. Okay, easy to mention. Then there's a requirement. Requirement is install Apache web server and configure it. Configure it for a specific configuration. Okay, that's a similar type requirement. Okay, so how we will do that? we have to log into the EC2 machine, right? First, then we need to run the command sudo apt install Apache, right? Then we need to run another command to start the service. After installing the Apache, we need to ensure the service is started and enabled and everything using systemctl command, right? So systemctl check the status of service Apache, then status. Then the service is not started, then we need to start it manually, right? Systemctl start. Then if we need to enable service, we need to enable the service using systemctl. So these are all the commands first we need to perform whenever we install the Apache. Then we need to configure the Apache, right? Some user specific or some requirement there, okay, to configure the web server for a specific use case. So then we need to go to the corresponding Apache configuration files, right? So go to the directory and open the Apache configuration file, and we need to configure it. Then we need to deploy the application. So we need to copy the application file or folder to the Apache web app directory, right? var www.html. So these are the configuration that we need to do manually to deploy or to install a web server and configure for the requirement, right? So consider like we have, in this case, we have only one server, right? So coming to production, we have more than some scenarios there, okay? So the scenarios, we need to do the same process on 10 server or 50 server like that coming to production. So just think, okay. So we need to do the same process, log into the first server, second server, then the 10th server. So it will take a lot of time, right? To do the configuration for each server coming to production. So similar configuration, okay, similar configuration management we can do or we need to do using some IAC tools, or we need to do the same process automatically using configuration management tool like Ansible. Good. This is one of the example. Okay, there is a lot of other scenarios there. For example, we have n numbers of server, okay, or 10 server or 50 server. So we need to setting the correct time zone on all server. So we can write the YAML file or the configuration. Then we need to apply from the Ansible server. Okay, first we need to know the architecture or the working flow, how we will managing using Ansible. Okay, so consider we have three servers here. VM, VM, and VM. 1, 2, 3. So there is a requirement, same requirement. We need to install the Apache web server, okay, or Nginx web server, or any web server, or any application deployment, okay. We need to automate that using Ansible. These are the remote server, and for if you're using Ansible, then we need to take another server to install Ansible, okay. So this is another EC2 machine coming to AWS. So we install Ansible on the server. Then in this machine, we install the Ansible, right? So the second thing is we need to take our targeted missions data or details. So these are the targeted mission, okay, for the Ansible, because we need to do the configuration to these missions. So these are the target for Ansible. So first, after installing Ansible, we need to create a file in the Ansible server, that is inventory. You need to keep the inventory for the targeted mission. This will be a text file, okay, inventory text. So open the inventory.txt file here, and we need to provide that target missions details. Ansible perform the activity that we provide for the Ansible using SSH, okay. So using the SSH, the Ansible managing the target missions. Managing means installing that configuration to the target mission, okay, that perform using SSH protocol. So Ansible mission trying to install anything on the specific machines using SSH authentication. So for that, actually, we need to provide that target machines details inside the inventory.txt file. So similar, for example, we have 3 machines here. Okay, so we need to start with the how we will. I mean, there is some syntax. Okay, to provide the details of target machine inside inventory.txt file or the inventory file. Inventory files means it's a inventory of our target. Okay, inventory means so we need to provide some data like the SSH key, then the user IP of that machines. These are things that we need to provide inside the inventory file. So some syntax there. For example, the first machine Ansible. This way we need to provide it, okay, inside the inventory file. Ansible target one. Then Ansible host is equal to IP address of the first machine, public IP. Taken the public IP of the first machine and provide it here. Then Ansible connection is underscore, okay, Ansible underscore. Here not underscore, it's dash, Ansible dash, target dash one, Ansible underscore host, it is equal to public IP. Then Ansible underscore connection is equal to which connection? This is Linux, right? So we need to use SSH. Then same line, Ansible underscore user is equal to EC2 user. Then one more thing we need to provide that that specific machine's SSH key or the private key we need to keep in that Ansible server, okay? So that the Ansible can access that machine using the key, username, and public IP, right? So we need to provide that too in the same line like the EC2, sorry, the PEM key path. PEM key path is equal to where actually we keep that PEM key, okay, in the same Ansible server. So copy the entire path and provide it here. PEM key, PEM dot key. This is a path, okay, like dire or anything like home, EC2 like that. So similar way, we need to keep the same for the another missions too, like Ansible target 2, Ansible target 3, like that. So we created a inventory file and set up all things. Okay, now we can perform the required things from Ansible server. So don't need to log into any of the missions using Ansible. Got it? All of you.
So if
Any
there are
doubt?
already target machines there, then we're gonna give the details in the inventory.txt, right? What if
Right.
we are like pretty new and we are creating the targets too? So
Inventory.
how do you gonna use this Ansible? Because we don't have the targets like details to uh, like
So
give it in
whenever
the
we
inventory.
implementing, yeah, whenever we implementing in real world case, okay. For example, coming to real world or we are in a organization perspective, there is a inventory, they keep a inventory, okay, whenever they implementing Ansible and everything, first they need to gather the target mission data, so they keep the inventory. So gradually if they are adding more missions, then we need to take in that mission details and add it to the inventory as well.
So the Ansible is like configured, which is the targets are already defined so that we can implement Ansible on them.
Right.
Okay.
What are the mission data or mission details that we added in the inventory? So those all that missions as target for the Ansible. So this is one of the use case. Okay. So for example, we have 100 servers, right? And 100 target servers are there. So we need to check all the servers are up and running. How we will check? Anyone can, for example, we have 100 servers are there, 100 server, Linux servers, okay. So we need to check all the 100 servers are up and running. So how we will check manually, checking, I mean, log into the machine or similar like we can do, right? Or checking the console. Or if you're using any monitoring tool, then we need to go to the dashboard and checking like that. So how will check using, I mean, manually, how we will check? For example, here, just not under server, okay? One server is there, okay? Easy to mention. So we log into one of our workstation or anything, okay? That workstation, same network. So we log into the workstation, similar like that. Or else we log into the easy to mention, that's fine. So how we will check the connection? Simply we use ping test, ping IP. So the target mission to the destination mission, there is a ping connection. Trying to pinging that mission is up and running. So we will get a response from the mission. It's running, or we will get a response ICMP response from the mission. That means the mission is running, right? That mission is responding to our ping connection. So that's why we quickly checking that machine is up and running. Okay, in real world scenario, not even the machine, we can check with the other services as well. If any machine have IP, then we can check ping connection. So if we have under mission, how we'll do that? We need to do some script or anything like that, right? So we can do, I mean, we can check a ping test using Ansible as well. Ansible. So using Ansible command, we can Ansible try to pinging all the machines that have been we added in the inventory file. So it will try to ping and we will get a result as well. Then we need to check all the machine CPU utilization or memory utilization. For similar way, we can do all these things. Okay, what are the commands that we are running in a specific Linux machine? We can do. I mean, we need to add that commands in the Ansible command, and Ansible perform the command to the all the machines. So we need to do one lab. Okay, we can go with the lab. Okay, so first we need to take some servers to install Ansible, and we need to make some servers or target missions. Okay. So I will go with creating a three mission. The first one is Ansible, and the second and third one, or the rest of them are our target mission. I will go with and Amazon Linux. Okay, that's fine. T2 micro is fine. Okay, create launch instance. T1 and T2, that is target one and target two. Okay. So that's fine. Now we need to log into the target, I mean, Ansible. We don't need to log into any of the mission, okay, to do these, I mean, activity like installation of application or deploying application or configuration. Anything we don't need to install target missions. All that performed by Ansible server. So connect to the Ansible server and install Ansible. Now we are going to install Ansible, okay. Sudo yum install Ansible -5. So what are things install? C, install Ansible, and some differences are there. Okay, Ansible core, Git core, and SSS pass. So here we successfully install Ansible. We need to check the version as well. Ansible V, Ansible version. Okay. So this is a version for the Ansible core 215.3. Now we need to write the files, write the inventory file. Sudo Ansible, sorry, as sudo nano inventory.txt. Open. So this is a syntax, okay, how we will define the target. So this is for the target one, and we need to provide the IP. So I will change the IP, okay. Go to EC2 console and check the machine IP. For the T1, this is a public IP. So paste it here. Then type Ansible connection is SSH, that fine. Then Ansible user is user. Then Ansible underscore ssh underscore private underscore key dot file. Okay, so this is for the pem key entire directory we need to provide here. Okay, this is the directory home easy to user key dot pem. As of now, we don't create the key dot pem for the target machine. Hit enter. Then paste it again. And this is for the target 2. Also, we need to change the IP. So we provide both machine IP and connection type and username. And if we have using different pem key, then we need to define here. Okay, otherwise we can go with the same, because for my both machine we use the same pem key. See that DB. This is a keep assigned keeper assigned at the launch DB. So DB, in my case, I have the DB configuration file. Okay, that means the pem key. So I will copy the encrypted data, the key content. Okay, and provide it here using creating a file key.pem. And this is the content. I mean the encrypted data for the key. So two things I provided here. One is inventory and second one is the key.pem. And the path I provided, this is a path, right? Inside the inventory file for the key directory or key path defined like this. Home easy2 / key.pem. So that's fine. Now we need to uh, if we have the inventory file and we install the Ansible, then we can perform some queries. Okay, the queries means query related to the target mission. For example, the CPU configuration. So, which type of CPU used, CPU utilization, memory utilization. Similar thing we can check with the inventory. Now I am trying to ping. Okay, checking that two machines are up and running. So we can try. Try to ping, okay, using Ansible. So there is a command there, Ansible, Ansible, Ansible. I'm checking. I'm trying to check my target vision one is up and running, up or not. Okay, target one, then dash m using for some modules. Okay, so this Ansible will go with the module that we need to define here. Okay, in this case, the module is ping module. Then dash I, we need to define the inventory file. Dash I for defining the file. Okay, inventory dot txt. Hit enter. This is SSH. Okay, that's why it's asking for continue connection. Yes. Yeah. See, the machine is up and running. That's why we got that ping pong result here. Ansible target one success, and this is the result. Okay, ping pong means it's pinging. So if this Ansible machine can't access the machine, I mean the machine is not running, we will get some error. Okay, here. Then do the same for the second machine as well. So type 2. Yes. The second machine also fine. I mean up and running. Ping pong. Good. Any doubt?
We need to give the same name as inventory.txt.
Sorry?
The name should be same, inventory.txt.
Yes, because the same file we
No, no,
created
no, no,
for
no. For
no
creating,
any
we
name.
can give anything, right?
Right, right. But best to create inventory.case, okay, because everyone know that's the inventory file like that. That's
Okay.
standard way.
Okay.
So this is a way we checking, I mean the ping test, okay. So we need to check other things like the machine uptime, okay. For example, when the machine started or the machine running time as of now. So we need to use a shell instead of ping module, then we need to do a shell module, okay. Shell dash a uptime. This is a normal commands actually. If we type the uptime in the same machine or any Linux machine, we can see the machine uptime. So hit enter. So we can see that target machine 2 uptime. That means 10 minutes ago. It started 10 minutes or up 10 minutes. So I will try the uptime in the same to started machine. We can see that same 10 minutes. See, because we started all the missions 10 minutes before. Got it. So now you can see whenever we have a inventory file, right? But in the inventory file, we have a lot of missions. In this case, 2 missions, right? So whenever we typing this command, we need to specify the mission, right? That individual name. So for that, we can grouping missions, okay? Inside the inventory file, we can group. For example, for the web server, we have 5 server. For the application, we have 3 server. Then we can group it or grouping that missions inside inventory file. So how we will group? Just open the file, and on the top of that data, we need to open a brace similar like this and type that name. Okay, so the group name, any name we can provide here. So now I am providing web. So that means these 2 machines under the group web. Save and exit. Now we don't need to specify the specific machines. Okay, so instead of machine name, we can provide the group name. So it will execute on the group machines. In this case, 2 machines are there. So type web, hit enter. See, we got that 2 machines uptime. 10 minutes. Sorry, here actually. Yes. 11 minutes for the target 2 and the target 1 is 11 minutes. Got it. Also, we can ping test, okay, to the both machine. Instead of defining machine, we can type the group name. Web, hit enter. So we will get 2 machines detail here. Now we can check that memory memory detail, okay, or the free memory. What's the command to check the memory? Free memory, free command, right? Free dash m. So it will checking the memory details for the both machine because we define the group name here. So the target to total memory is 1 GB, 949 G, not GB, 949 MB for the memory and used 122 MB. Similar way, second machine. These are the 1 GB memory machines, right? Free tier T2 micro. So we got only 1 GB data. Sorry, 1 GB memory. RAM. And available memory, we can see buffer cache, free, user 122, 122. We can check memory details. Sorry, now we can check CPU details, okay? So how we'll do manually using commands, right? So same command we need to define under the shell, okay? ls CPU. So you will get the CPU information regarding 2 mission. So this is a detail of the first mission. So sorry, the target 2. And here the core, 1 core. This is free-tier mission, right? So the core is 1. And we can see the other information related to CPU, the architecture bit, model genuine Intel for the second mission. So this is the first mission. Okay. So this is a similar things that we can do with Ansible to querying data from the triggered machines. So if you consider like that, if we have a lot of machines like 100 machines or 200 machines, we can just run a command and we will get the data. Got it. Now we need to do some activity. Okay. So I mean, as of now, we querying something from the machines, right? So instead of querying, we can do something on the target machine, like installation of some application or deploying some application, deploying or configuring web server, similar like that. For that, we need to write the playbook. So I will show some sample playbooks. Okay. So you can see my screen, right? All of you. So this is a sample playbook. So this playbook we can use to deploy, installing a Nginx web server and deploy some sample application. So this is a YAML file. So it's a human readable. So you can see we started with a dash name and we defined this name. Okay, for the first setup Nginx server on my server list. That means my target list. Then we need to define the host. So here you can see after the host, we need to define the group name of the host. Okay, in our case, we created a group, right? Inside the inventory, we grouping our machines. The naming web. Then become true. Become means whenever we executing this command, okay, the Ansible actually executing this command, right? So at that time, the below things, okay, these all the things execute in our target machine. So become true means we provide a root privilege for that execution. If we make it false, then means that's not a root privilege. So become true is getting the execution a root privilege as a root user. Then below we can see the task. So these are the tasks: task one, task two, task three, like that. So the first task you can see we name it as install the latest version of Nginx. Then we need to here we can see a command because we are providing some commands. Okay, so this is a command to install Nginx. Normal commands. How we will do manually. Same thing we need to define here. Sudo yum install Nginx -5. Here we can see there is an argument also we provide this optional. So it will create a directory sbin Nginx. So next time whenever we trying to apply the same playbook, it will looking for the directory. Okay, if the directory is there, then it will not try to install the Nginx because Nginx already installed there. So the Ansible will verify using the path. Then you can see what are the commands that we run after installing a service using service start Nginx. So this is a command to start Nginx. It will verify the state is started. The service name is Nginx. Okay, so that's why under the service we need to define the service name. Then this is not needed. We'll remove. This second is also needed. Okay. So after ensuring the service data, we need to enable the service, right? Sometimes we need to enable the service. So we can use a similar way. Enable, it will make sure it says that means service is enabled. Then this is checking the latest version of Nginx. The command is Nginx-v. These are all optional, okay. We can run the first command and the second, like this one is enough, but this is standard practice. We can ensure all the things the machine is, service started, enabled, and everything. And so the last, this task for status of install, okay, the same command. how we will manually checking systemctl status service name. Then here we used to copying some files from Ansible server to the target machine. Okay, this is for copying some files. Okay, so here you can see the name we provide like this. Any name we can provide. Okay, so we use a copy command, and we need, after define the copy, we need to define the source and destination. Okay, the directory where the actual files. So here you can see the sample text. There is a file inside our Ansible server, and that file will copy it to the machine or move to the target machine directory, same directory. And also we install Nginx, right? So we need to deploy some application. So we need to write another deployment task. And same way we need to copy from our local machine to destination machine, Nginx default directory where we keeping the application code like index.html file or other files. So for Nginx, this is a file, okay, user share Nginx HTML. For Apache, var www HTML, then the file. For Nginx is a web server, okay, similar like Apache. Got it. Any doubt regarding that YAML? This is a playbook, okay. It's readable file, right? YAML is a human readable. So I think you all got the point, right? Now I am going to create a playbook.yaml tender and provide the content. Save it. Now we are good to apply the file. Okay. How to apply? Ansible. For running Ansible playbook, we need to define like this. Okay. The command like Ansible dash playbook. Then the playbook name. Playbook.yaml. Then define the inventory. Inventory.txt. Hit enter. See, now it's starting to gathering the fat and installing everything. Okay. In the meantime, I will open the port number for the machine. Because we use Nginx, so we need to open the port number 80. We faced some error, okay? Anyone can read the log and confirm what is the error. Meantime, I will open the port. Okay. Save. Okay. Can anyone read this and which task actually we facing there? Okay, so just read and give me the solution. Anyone?
I can't read it. Can you like uncopy
So
it?
I will try to zoom. Okay.
No.
Can't zoom. This is actually we face some error at the task copying file to remote server. So
Sample
before
text is not
yes, see, this is a directory, right? So Ansible will looking for the same directory. So in this directory, there is no sample text or the index.html file. So we need to first we need to keep everything here, okay? Otherwise, it will, at the time or the task time, the Ansible looking for the file. So Ansible can't find the file in same directory. Sudo nano sample. So this our requirement is we need to move the files from the targeted machine to the Ansible server to target machine. Okay. Just adding this task to moving files, okay, to show you how we will moving files using Ansible. And for that index.html file, we need to deploy the file, right? Same way, we need to use the copy command to moving the index.html file as well. Index.html. Okay. Now we can run it again because we keep the both file, right? The sample.txt here, index.html file here. Ansible is skipping that above things. Okay. Now it's looking only for the copying things. See, everything is completed. Also, we can check the application is deployed or not. Go to the EC2 machine. Now, what will happen? The target machine. We have two target machines, right? So inside the two machines, Ansible install Nginx and deploy the application. I'm just copying the IP of one of the server, target server, and run it here. See, welcome to. The website is deployed. Now I will check that sample.files copied there or not. Just open, log into one of the server and the same directory, right? The default directory actually we copied. So we can try to type the ls command, ls. Yeah, sample.txt file here. Cat sample. Yes. For the second server, as well, we deploy application, we can check that. The same content. See, and this is our customer server. So now you got idea, right? How to do a application or a application deployment or application configuration we do with the Ansible. Any doubt?
We're gonna cover in depth of Ansible tomorrow, or what do you want?
The in-depth, there is no in-depth actually. We need to do some other activities too, like configuration, similar type configuration. For example, if we need to configure Apache, then we need to write that Apache command instead of Nginx. So do some other projects like some requirements are there. Okay, some automation requirement actually where Ansible will play a role. So if we have more machines and we need to sort out the timing because there's a lot of time, like we do manually, if anything. So we can automate with the Ansible, similar type configuration.
Okay.
So if we need to add, for example, add some other task to the same file, then we need to open the playbook, right? Open the playbook and define that command. That's all. So here you can see these all related to the Nginx configuration, right? So if we need to add another server or another application, anything, then we need to write below. So here you can see how we will add a Apache to the same file. So we need to add the Apache configuration here. Same way, sudo install Apache naming, then the command, how we will install manually. So we need to do the by, yeah, it's fine. Then this is for ensuring the Apache service is started or not. So similar way, we need to automate. I will try to take some other project as well, okay, for the Ansible. Got it, all of you?
Okay.
No doubt, all of you? Anyone have any doubt?
I'm good.
Okay,
No doubt,
okay.
for me at least.
Then we can wind up, right?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for the class. Have a good morning. Good night to everybody here. See you later
Good night.
tomorrow class. Good night. Bye.
Bye.